With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on their Beltway rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Escapes the defender. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
DC.
They go play action with Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it'll bring up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Jackson. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Howell and the Commanders come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And Howell will throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Powering his way forward. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's is always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Jackson now to throw on second down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now an option play on second down. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make it.
Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Throwing here, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And fights through one man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Faking the handoff. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 3. They'll go play action. Howell. He's got Turner. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Robinson. And he won't get to the markers. They're going to stop him for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Back to throw, Howell. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up, and that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10. Howell from the gun. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play call from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now Jackson on second down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Powell. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Howell looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Forced out to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action now. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. Well, the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here on this Thursday night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the option, here's Elliott. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he has a big gain inside the before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again is Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight. And now here is another interception. Down the left sideline. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick-6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick-6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Caleb Shudak on to try the point after. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But
and the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Touchdown! Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Flushed out right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Commanders. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Howell throwing for it. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Jackson going to run. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So holding will score scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camp.